It's payday, fellas! I said it's fucking payday, motherfucker!
nothing but a broke boy, 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 broke, motherfucking boy, broke, motherfucking boy, broke, motherfucking boy.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
Professionals have standards. Be polite. Be efficient. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
nothing but a broke boy, boy, boy.